Hello, Mendota High School students and parents. This is Mrs. Augenbaugh answering your reopening questions. If you still have questions about our September 8th reopening after viewing this video, please do not hesitate to contact an administrator at Mendota High School. Breakfast and lunch information was one of the first questions we received. The September breakfast menu and the September lunch menu are posted online at mendotahs.org. Students may eat in groups of 50. All desks are socially distanced and all tables have plexiglass barriers installed to maintain the health and safety of others. Breakfast is available before school in the cafeteria. There is no charge for students who qualify for free, and reduced rates are available for those who qualify for reduced lunch. Lunch is available during 3 separate lunch periods in 4 locations. Students will have A, B, or C lunch on their schedule in either the Cafeteria West, Cafeteria East, Gym, or Media Center. Students will have a purple lunch location and period and a gold lunch location and period. Lunch will be pre-ordered the day before by students in a Google form. On Tuesday, September 8th, all MHS students will have a lunch order available if they want to eat the MHS lunch of brat on a bun, pasta salad, chips, apple slices, milk or juice, and cookie. Your lunch account will be charged unless you qualify for free lunch. Students may also bring a sack lunch from home. There is no microwave available this year or outside restaurant ordering available. Please see all lunch and breakfast menus at mendotahs.org and click on the cafeteria link on the left-hand side. Face masks are required at Mendota High School. All MHS students will receive 3 face masks during period 1 on September 8th. Students may wear their own face mask if it is school appropriate. The nose and mouth must be covered. Athletic masks or gaiters are not allowed at MHS. Please wear a face mask. How would you keep up with classwork if you have to quarantine due to COVID-19? If an MHS student is exposed to someone who tests positive, a 14-day quarantine is required by the LaSalle County Health Department. If students are feeling well enough to do schoolwork, they will be remote learning synchronously with their classroom teachers. So for example, you would attend period 1 remotely when the in-person students are in period 1. All MHS teachers have access to digital cameras, Zoom, and Google Classroom to provide all material in real time to the student who is quarantined. If a student is ill and unable to participate during the class period, the class material will be available asynchronously, which means they can open it on their Chromebook or watch their pre-recorded lesson when they feel better. If a student is positive with COVID-19, MHS and teachers will all work with the family and student to supply the best instruction that they are able to complete during their illness. Students can attend classes remotely if possible. Students can watch video lessons and complete homework on their Chromebooks when they feel up to it. Your health and well-being is our #1 priority. We will work with you on a plan. The hallways will be kept clear enough to help with social distancing during passing periods. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, recommends posting signs and messages in highly visible locations that reinforce safety precautions and promote everyday protective measures, such as proper hand washing and face coverings. MHS will dismiss grade levels in a staggered format to improve hallway social distancing. All lockers have also been reassigned to prevent side-by-side locker locations with grades that will dismiss together. Questions were asked on how the building will be cleaned. MHS staff will clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces such as door handles, sink handles, tables, within the school and on school buses at least daily or between use as much as possible. Use of shared objects such as PE equipment should be limited when possible or cleaned between use. MHS has developed a schedule for increased frequency of routine cleaning and disinfection. Classroom teachers have Virex EPA safety-rated disinfectant available in all classrooms. Desks will be disinfected between class periods. All students are asked to do their part and avoid all food and beverages other than water being consumed in any part of the building outside of a designated lunch area. There is a question asked if students will need to take a COVID-19 test or will it just be temperature and questions. No, students are not required to take a COVID-19 test. Everyone entering MHS agrees to answer self-certification test questions with honesty and integrity. If you're not experiencing any known symptoms of COVID-19, including a fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, chills, fatigue, muscle and body aches, headache, sore throat, new loss of taste or smell, congestion or runny nose, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or any other COVID-19 symptoms identified by the Centers for Disease Control or the Illinois Department of Public Health. If you are not experiencing those symptoms, you are allowed to attend school that day. If students or staff are referred to seek medical guidance, everyone is encouraged to follow the recommendations for COVID-19 testing. There's a question asked if athletes will be able to use the locker room for their bags and games. We ask that you visit the most current athletic information as posted on the COVID page at the Illinois High School Association, www.ihsa.org. They will have the most current updates regarding athletic seasons and events. Winter sports seasons will announce the availability of the locker room usage for equipment. Coaches and the athletic director will announce prior to November 16th with disinfecting protocol and available times. If students need to see the nurse during the day, it is absolutely possible and encouraged. You can request a pass from your teacher to see the nurse during a class period. You can go to the nurse's office during a passing period. Nurse McConville will have a doorbell outside her office that you should ring and use the intercom system to relay your need or symptoms. If the nurse determines the student may potentially have COVID-19 symptoms, the nurse will escort the student to the isolation room immediately next door to her office in room 301. What is the isolation room? It's a room for anyone exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19. The nurse will screen students wearing medically recognized PPE protocol and determine the best course of action for the student. The isolation room will be disinfected immediately after use. What happens if the school nurse makes a determination that COVID-19 is suspected or a possibility? Nurse McConville will contact the LaSalle County Health Department. She will also contact students' parents and discuss next steps with you. Students will remain in the isolation room until a parent picks them up. There is a door in room 301 to the outside front parking lot, and parents and students will use this door to retrieve their student from the isolation room. This will prevent students from walking through the building more than necessary. The health department will follow up with a phone call to the family. Administration will follow up with communication to necessary staff and students. There are going to be seating charts on the bus and in the classes this year, and there's a question on why that is so important. It is very important to share with the LaSalle County Health Department exactly all students who may have had close contact with a potentially COVID-19 positive individual. The LaSalle County Health Department will conduct all contact tracing. It is imperative that all MHS students and families cooperate fully with any possible LaSalle County Health Department contact tracing investigations to stop the spread. If a student chooses 100% remote learning on Edmentum, can they change their mind? Students and family have until September 14th to finalize the commitment to 100% remote learning on Edmentum software for the entire fall semester. What's the difference between last spring with remote learning and this fall? First of all, students and families may choose 100% remote learning for the entire fall semester that is self-directed and online curriculum with Edmentum. Students who are in person and are then required to quarantine or are absent due to illness may be participating in class in real time, online at home through Zoom, and online assignments until they are released to attend in-person class again. If the entire school is required to close and switch to remote learning, teachers will provide lessons daily on the class period bell schedule. The biggest difference is that all grades count in fall 2020 in an online and/or remote learning format. The biggest difference is accountability. In the spring, all students earned the same or better grades. In the fall, it is the work you do to earn credits. It is possible to fail in the fall, online or remotely. What health and safety supplies are in the classrooms? The only furniture allowed in classrooms currently are the student desks and teacher's desk with presentation technology. All additional furniture has been removed to promote social distancing. All classrooms have EPA-rated disinfectant available for cleaning after every student. All classrooms have hand sanitizer available. Custodians will be disinfecting the entire classroom frequently in addition to teacher and student safety measures. The MHS HVAC system has also been upgraded to cycle fresh outside air at the recommended level of once every 2 hours. How and where can students enter the building? Bus riders and parents who drop off students should use the front main entrance. All student drivers are required to park in the back parking lot this year. The back gym foyer door will be open to enter the building. No other entrances are allowed to enter the building before school. We will have staff supervising the other entrances and redirecting students to the only 2 entrances that will be conducting symptom screeners and temperature checks. Can I take my mask off to eat lunch? Was a question asked by students. Yes, you absolutely can. Students will sit in socially distanced desks or tables with plexiglass installed to safely separate students. When students finish eating, they may choose to socialize with friends as long as they wear masks and do not violate social distancing guidelines. How can we take a mask break throughout the day at school? PE classes are encouraged to go outside daily if possible and allow students to walk or have other physical activity in a socially distanced manner without masks. All classroom teachers are encouraged to schedule both brain breaks and mask breaks during the 85-minute class periods and go outside to socially distance without masks for 10 to 15 minutes. Lunch periods also allow students to remove masks to eat lunch. If you need to review social distancing, we encourage you to go online to sites such as the Centers for Disease Control as well as the Illinois Department of Public Health. What is bathroom break protocol and proper hand washing? Students will not be allowed to hang out or congregate in the restrooms. Students are encouraged to wash their hands frequently during the school day. The CDC recommends hands should be washed with soap and water for at least 20 seconds when visibly soiled before eating and after using the restroom. Period 8 will again allow seniors to be excused and dismissed from attending period 8 as long as they're passing their classes. If a senior has an incomplete grade from last spring that they need to make up, that senior will have a period 8 assignment on their schedule for the first 3 weeks of school. Juniors who have a 3.0 GPA or higher will not have a junior lounge this year in the cafeteria. These juniors are also allowed to be dismissed and leave the building during period 8. All other students have a period 8 assignment as listed on their schedule. We look forward to reopening school on September 8th in person with you. We hope that you are looking forward to this experience as well. Again, please contact Mendota High School with any questions.